All right. I never told you this story, but it's important. So here's what happened. That girl and her father were on the side of my house screaming. And I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was the people next door screaming off the deck because everything around us was collapsing. So I told my wife to wait in the house. I went out front and they were holding on for dear life. So me, like an asshole, I'm like, you know what, let me get the extension cord to the generator that was on my deck in the back, and I ran the extension cord up to the front to run the pump that was in the garage.
Yeah.
So I go, and I go to tie the extension cord around my waist to jump in to try to pull them in, like an extension cord was going to hold us.
Yeah.
And they were gone. And I kind of saw the father going down the block. And I thought the daughter was with him. But then I realized that the daughter was 3 feet away from me where they found her. 3 feet. That if I turned around in time, I would have saved her life. I was fucking miserable.
You couldn't fucking see with the way it was raining and the fucking everything was blowing around and fucking it was massive destruction all over the place, and you had fucking 6 feet of water in front of your house. You know, that ain't something that you could have changed.
I know it wasn't, but somehow I thought I could change it, which I couldn't. So that's insane. Don't you think that me thinking like that is insane? That I could change that? I wasn't God. I couldn't do nothing about it. So check this out. I was miserable. I was absolutely in the bottom pits of hell mentally. Like right now I'm mentally fucked up. Between the medication, the prednisone and everything else, but not like that.
No.
I was literally about to kill myself. So my friend bumps into me, goes, listen, talk to one of my friends, they'll help you. So I'll speed up the story. I call up one of his friends, and he goes to me, listen, James told me you're in trouble. Meet me at such and such Richmond Avenue at 7 o'clock, and I'll help you. I'll help you feel better. But first you got to promise me something. I said, what? He goes, you got to give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And if you don't feel better, I'll drive you to the bridge myself. Right? And I know this kid. He's a man of his word. He would definitely he's a stand-up dude. He wouldn't bullshit me like that. Plus, worst case, I could always drive myself anyway, right? So now, I meet him on Richmond Avenue. There's a bunch of people there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I sit down. I'm in there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. And it ends up being an AA meeting. And I go to him, wait a second, dude. I don't drink. What's this? Why am I going to an AA meeting? And he gives me this book. And he goes, just hold on to this. I'll tell you after. So I'm in the meeting, and it was a real meeting. It wasn't like you see on television. It was different. It was like a hardcore meeting. People were real. Shit was heavy duty.
Yeah, but it's not because, you're drinking alcohol. It's a thought process.
Right. There you go. You said it. I didn't.
No, that I know.
So it wasn't that you were an alcoholic. It's that your brain is an alcoholic. Something's fucked up with your brain. So what happens?
You get used to doing things a certain way or being raised a certain way, anything can be a variable in a sense.
Correct. And the fucked up thing is that the alcohol is the medication that you need, but then it stops working on you.
Yep.
Same thing
like
with
everything else.
Same thing with pills and everything else. So I go to the meeting, and he goes to me at the end of the meeting, he goes, listen, here's what I want from you. I go, but I'm not an alcoholic. He goes, Ev, I want you to read the book. And first, I want you to go through it. And everywhere you see alcohol, I want you to cross it out and put insanity. I go, why? He goes, because the way that you think, the way that you are, you're fucking insane thinking that you're God. So everywhere in the book where it says alcohol, I want you to put insanity because you're addicted to insanity. Your life is insane. I said, all right.
The meaning of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome.
Right. So what else do you think he told me to do?
Last night,
He told me to do. He told me to do the serenity prayer every time I got a crazy fucking thought. So I go and I do that, and the next thing he told me to do was go through the book, and everywhere you see could, I want you to circle it. All right, and I did that. Then he goes, all right, you did that? I go, yeah. And he goes, all right, now what I want you to do next is read the book again. And everywhere you see should, I want you to circle that. I was like, you son of a bitch. You could have told me the first time that I read it to circle every could and then should. And he goes, yeah, but then you wouldn't have read it again. So now I read the book. I start going to the meetings, and I realized that it's not about alcohol. It's about lack of God and lack of faith and lack of some kind of program in your life. And the fucked up thing is, the reason why I think I should go back is because, number one, in real life I have the time. Number two is that I'm really fucked up. And I think that maybe I should find a way to see what I'm addicted to this time. Well, I think it's the phone. If everybody that knows me had to say what would be the one thing Lambos was addicted to worse than the painkillers or anything else in his life, they'd probably say the phone, don't you think?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Nobody don't have to hide and talk that.
Nobody what?
Don't have to hide and talk about talks. Nobody don't have to hide and say it's the phone. It's print out loud and clear.
Where'd you find that one?
In here.
Yeah, wow.
And these wires.
It's alright, let me go through them.
Yeah.
Not now though, let me take my
No.
medication, I'll go through it. So, that's what we're talking about, brother. I think you should go there. It'll reprogram your life, but you can't go to no bullshit meeting where there's old people that got nothing better to do. You gotta go to those...
Some type of structure. That's what people go crazy when they retire, because they don't know what to do with themselves, most of them.
Right, and you got, you gotta go to what they call a book banger meeting, where people actually do the work. I hope that meeting is still there. And how you know which one is the book banger meeting is it says big book meeting. The structure is they read out of the book. So it's not about alcohol, bro.
No, it's a thought process.
And I think that's what you need, to be honest with you.
Well, I definitely need to be back at work because being home, I don't want to be home. I don't want to be living there. You know, it's not conducive to my health. You know, I held out for this therapy, and it seems like it might have helped a little bit, but I need to be back in work for me to not be dwelling on anything. You know?
Yeah,
I
but
need to
dude,
keep myself busy.
dude, you seem a lot better.
No, it's definitely helping. You know, I
Dude.
don't feel it all the time because I'm home. You know what I mean?
So come over here, you're welcome to. We can talk about stereos and do shit. Dude, we got to do stuff. We got to get you. We got to do stuff. We got to do 2 sets of tweeters.
Secret.
Thank you. If you go in the bathroom, don't you
Yeah,
think?
but what I was saying with the friggin' those pods or
In the
whatever,
bathroom?
you
All
can
right,
either,
here we
like I
go.
said, you can either get a 6.5 with an
Camera,
8
you're
or
right. Leave it
2
right
8s, right?
What's that?
You can either get a 6.5 inch and an 8 inch or 2 8s. Well, you don't have to even get the pods filled, like you can just get them empty.
No, but 8s are no good. 6.5s are better. And 5 1/4 would have been better than that. You need something that's good with mid bass, a fast speaker, not a slow one. Otherwise, there's too much of a gap between the speakers.
And
But
they also have the freaking pillow, the 8 pillow for the tweeters. You know, the fucking pod that goes on the fucking pillow.
show me that. That might be better. Send me both, please. Where are you
What I
now?
wasn't understanding is okay, let's say that I got 4 sets or whatever, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8 speakers, so the whole speakers get disconnected, no?
Well, the ones in the door probably get covered over by the pod.
Right.
And then the pillars might be in a better position, but if I don't like them on an angle. I like them across the windshield. It fills the sound better.
What do you mean, on a dash like?
No, like, you know the way the tweeters are in your car facing each other?
Yeah, by the mirror.
That's the best place for them. That's the best place for them because then they fill the area. They're not aiming at you.
No, gotcha.
When I was 14 years old, right, I thought I knew about sound. I went on, listen to this, Angela, you're going to like this because that has to do with Greece. So we went to the Parthenon in Greece,
Very cool.
right? And there was a live concert there. And like a little wise ass, I ran up and down the stairs to see if I sat, how it would sound. And no matter where you sat in the place, no matter where you sat, it sounded the same. You believe that?
It's a concert hall.
A 3,000-year-old place that had no amplifiers and no giant speakers, and it sounded great. So,
the acoustics of the fucking room.
so people wonder why I won so many trophies. I'm dead serious. That was something that Angela don't know about me. I was like one of the only people alive that could tune a 33 band EQ by ear. Most people can't do it by ear. They got to use a special machine. That's why it's so important for me to protect my ears all these years. They're my money maker.
Definitely got to get them irrigated. I got to get mine done too.
Well, during the operation, my right eardrum popped. How, I don't know. Every time I blow in my nose, I hear a whooshing sound.
Oh, God.
I hate getting my ears irrigated. It sucks. It's a weird feeling. Oh, God. You know that song by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow?
Yeah.
Picture? It's not cocaine and whiskey. With me, it's Coca-Cola and nicotine.
Did freaking, what's her name and the other fool come over last night?
Hell no.